If you're answering the same customer questions over and over again, you've already got an absolutely amazing content plan. You just haven't realized it yet. My name is Ben Fewtrell. I'm from DigiTLC. And what we do is we help business owners make their marketing simpler and much, much more effective. Now, I want you to think about how many times you answer the same questions through emails, phone calls, text messages, social media messages, might be sales meetings. You answer the question, you move on, and then you answer it again the next day, and then you answer it again the next day, then you answer it, and you seem to be answering the same question over and over again. And meanwhile, you're staring at an empty content calendar going, well, what should I be making content for? What should I post on social media? Or what should I send out in my newsletter? Those repeated questions are some of the best content ideas that you'll ever get because they're coming directly from your potential customers and your customers. Content doesn't need to be clever, doesn't even need to be completely original. It just needs to be useful, okay? And if 3 customers have asked you the same question recently, plenty of other people are probably wondering the same thing. They're probably going to ask you the same thing. So when you don't turn those answers into content, your team has to keep repeating, or you have to keep repeating the same explanation over and over again. And the other challenge you've got, if you've got a team, is different people might also answer the question differently, which can confuse customers or potential customers and affect their trust in you, right? Because they're getting different answers all the time. So here's a simple thing that you can do that will fix this whole issue for you. First of all, spend 5 minutes looking through your emails, your social media messages, maybe phone notes, whatever you got, call recordings, quotes, sales follow-ups, CRMs, wherever you put your notes, right? Ask your team as well, because the people that are speaking with your customers every single day are going to know exactly what customers are asking and what questions keep coming up. Write all of these questions down, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to choose the questions that you think have the biggest impact. Look for questions that do things like holding up a sale. So if you've got a particular question people are asking instead of just buying, or a question that, solving something is creating some confusion around your product or service, or something that maybe takes your team the most time to answer because it's time consuming. You don't need like 100 questions. You just need 5 good questions, right? 5 good questions can give you weeks and weeks of content. Okay, that's all you need. So just 5 questions. Don't worry about trying to get 100 of them. For each of these questions, I want you to write one clear answer. Keep it short and practical, maybe 150 to 250 words. Maybe about a minute of you explaining it on camera is about the length that you want it to be. And that becomes your master answer to that question. From there, you can then take that and you can turn it into a short video. So put it on YouTube, or you can use it in Reels, Instagram, Facebook, etc. It could be a social media post. You can make an image with it. You can use it as an email, put it in your weekly newsletter, a blog article, or maybe an FAQ on your website if you've got like a frequently asked questions section. And you're not creating 5 completely different pieces of content. What you're doing is you're answering the same question in 5 different methods, right? So for example, you might do a short video. You can start by asking the question the same way that you would have been asked it by your customer, and then you can answer it naturally, as if the customer was standing just right in front of you, right? Don't overcomplicate it. Just look at the camera and answer it as if the customer is standing there and you're talking to the customer. For something like a social media post, you can use the question as your opening line in your post. You could give a short answer and finish with the next step of what people could take. You could put the question into an image, for example, in social media. You could even use the short video for social media. You can also turn that answer into an email that goes out to your database. So, if you've got a database of current customers or prospective customers, you could just send that out as an email. A lot of people are worried about sending out too many emails, but if your emails are helpful, you can send out one a day. It doesn't really matter, right? So just send it out. It could be answering that frequently asked question and could be really helpful for someone who might be considering to buy your product or service. The same email, by the way, can become a saved reply for the next time someone asks the question. So you can store that somewhere. In our DigiSynchro product, for example, we have these things called Snippets, which people can choose and just reply quickly, but you can store them wherever you like. It could be a Word doc, a Google doc, I don't care, but it's better and easier for someone, if it's a commonly asked question, to be able to just quickly copy and paste an answer. It'll still look like they typed it, but it's saved them heaps of time. Now, if it's a more important question or something that's a little bit more critical, then you can add that answer to your website as a blog post, and it's a great bit of content, or even an FAQ. So if you've got like a frequently asked questions page on your website, you should be adding it there. And now you've got something that your team can send to customers instead of typing out the same thing to answer the question every single time. They could even, a video, I think, is much more effective than a written email anyway, right? And it also means that customers will be able to find the answers to their questions before they even talk to you. So one customer question can easily become 5 very useful pieces of content. And that means fewer hours trying to invent ideas for you to make content about, less time answering the same questions, and consistent information going out to your customers. Now, DigiSynchro can help you manage your inquiries from different channels, provide consistent answers, and also trigger the right follow-up based on what was asked. So instead of good information getting buried in an inbox, you can turn that into content that keeps working for your business. So just start by writing down the 5 questions your customers ask you most often. Choose one, answer it on a camera today, and you've created your first piece of content. Nice and simple. And everyone's got a pretty cool camera. It's called a phone. So if you've got one of these, you've got all you need to be able to make the content right now. All right. So just do it right now. Don't procrastinate. Don't try and make it perfect. They're not expecting a Netflix production. They just want to see the answer to the question. Now, if you'd like to see how DigiSynchro can help you capture and follow up your inquiries, head to digisynchro.com. That's DigiSynchro.com, and go and check out what's available there, because DigiSynchro is your tool to make sure all of this happens seamlessly and easily for you. All right, take care.